the reality is that they are holding you back. Even though you might not want to accept that, because it's kind of unpleasant to really accept that fact, right? It's like you don't want to give up on them, but you have to realize that sure, you can work and still hang out with these people, but sooner or later it has to come a time where you have to, as my friend Elliot at Ward would say, no, you have to separate to elevate. I did a podcast with him too, my second latest podcast, and who am I talking about? It's I'm not gonna say your parents or your friends or your girlfriend or girls from Tinder or whatever. Actually, the girls from Tinder in general. Yeah, you should get rid of those. However, what I'm gonna say is the small-minded people in general, people that don't believe that it's possible. They may, if you have that one friend that thinks it's possible and he's just lazy and just doesn't want to do the work, but he still at least believes in you, even if he's not doing it himself. At least he believes in you. Keep him around, because having that guy that believed in you from day one is so valuable, dude. It's like, honestly, in my opinion, there's nothing better than that. Because I speak to so many people that are multi-millionaires. On these podcasts, you've seen me talk with some really high-level people. Like, literally people that are fucking galaxies away from where I want to be right now. And they've achieved everything they've ever wanted. And the one commonality that a lot of them say is that they regret getting rid of their day ones that believed in them just so they can focus on work. Because those people, they feel betrayed and you can't get them back. And I try my very best to keep them. But obviously, if they're going to start to sabotage me, I'm going to have to get rid of them. And yes, people are very replaceable, but you can't really replace a day one, right? So this is what I'm trying to focus on. Keeping those people in my life, but only if they are a benefit in my life. Only if they're not a fucking liability. Because I'm telling you, as soon as somebody is a liability in my life, bro, gone. Gone the fucking window. There has to come a point where you think that I'm taking this so seriously that if somebody is like literally sabotaging me, holding me back, I'm leaving. Now, before we get to that point, because many of you want to do the easiest things, right? You want to just get rid of people. But you still know that you haven't put in all the work that you can. I've spoken with this with Nolan Ivy on the podcast, and he said, people have the audacity to get mad and say that somebody doesn't let them reach their full potential when you don't do all the work that you need to be doing. First of all, maximize all the work that you could be doing. Sleep 2 hours a night. It's okay. You will not die. Maximize everything. And if then you have people that are holding you back, get rid of them. Now, obviously, if you have people that say, nah, man, you'll never be a millionaire. Come on, just go to college and just get a job. Cut them off immediately. But to be honest, before you break up with your girlfriend, unless there's something wrong with her, before you do that, maximize all the work that you could be doing and see if you're not making progress then. Don't do the easiest. Do the most highest in ROI, return on investment. And that is work, usually. But once you've maximized that, then you can optimize, right? Then you can finally start like cutting out some people of your life that are actually just holding you back. Because I'm talking to the guys that are actually working like dogs. And if that's not you, and bro, don't fucking lie to me. I know for a fact that you know very fucking well if you are working very hard or you're not. You know it. You know it so damn well. You know yourself. You look at yourself in the mirror and you subconsciously, you just know it. I'm a bitch, bro. I'm such a bitch. You know it. If you are. But if you're not, then we can optimize, right? So cutting off people that are not a benefit in your life, that are a liability. People that just want to suck your time, suck your attention, and suck your... You know how I mean it, right? So people that just want to suck as much of your time, they're just a leech onto you, sucking your blood off of you, the blood of ambition. If somebody says, "Nah, man, you know what? That goal of yours, I don't think it's realistic. I don't think it's like possible. Fuck you, dude. Block him. Block him. You know what? You may think that, oh no, but it's gonna be awkward. I go to him in school and he's gonna see me and why did you unfollow me and what did you block me? Say, I don't want to talk to you, man. Just I don't. You know, and it will seem cringe. He'll probably make fun of you. But you have to realize that it's just temporary pain because in a week or two he's gonna forget about it, and by the time you make so much money, you make double what your teacher does, and you can leave school. By that time, you will not care. You will not care what he thinks. It's just right now. It's just temporary pain. That's all it is. So if you can push through that, that's amazing. So the reason why I'm saying they're holding you back is because you have your subconscious brain. You have like this dual identity. Elliot Ward spoke about this on the podcast. And he said the subconscious mind doesn't know because it's not conscious, it's subconscious. So that means that it only knows energy. And once you've maximized what your conscious mind can do, the work and the learning and the networking and all of that, then it's time to implement the subconscious, which is, who are you speaking to? Most people in real life, they're speaking to losers. And online, they're speaking to millionaires, like me. I don't speak to losers anymore. But that was me, like, not even that long ago. And it was really painful to cut these people off. It was actually, like, kind of like, these were my friends from high school. I really got along with them. And I kind of wanted to still speak to them, just hang out after the gym, grab a coffee with them or something. I had to realize that that was actually damaging me. Those 20 minutes chats with them are actually damaging and hindering me because it trains my subconscious mind that, oh, okay, so this is the energy level they want to be at, right? This is the frequency of a guy that goes to the clubs on weekends, a guy that's in school and wants to get a job after school, and oh, this is the frequency that we're on. I'm putting myself on their frequency. How fucked is that? And these people are not doing it they're doing it by accident. They're not doing it on purpose. And that is why you have to get rid of them. Because as soon as you get on the frequency of, I'm going on a podcast with some multi-millionaire that has accomplished so much, and when I tell him about my goals, he believes, yes, it's realistic. And this is what you need to do to achieve it. And this and this and this and this. This is what you need to focus on. I am on his frequency. And if I can repeat that as many times as possible during my month, speak to as many people like this as possible, do you honestly not believe that if I align my conscious and subconscious mind, then I'm not going to make it? Do you honestly believe that? I put in the conscious work and the subconscious belief. Bro, these two things are a vital mortal combo. Like literally, the combo of these two things, the subconscious and the conscious, is so powerful when it's a duo. Now, there have been people that have made it with only the conscious, and that has been true. There's nobody that's made it only through subconscious. Okay, I'm telling you right now, manifestation doesn't work if you don't do the conscious work. That does not work. But there are people that have done it only with the conscious, and it is possible. But it's so much slower and harder, to be honest. Dude, you will be on such a low frequency when you're speaking to guys that say, nah, man, 10K a month is not realistic, bro. 10K a month is not realistic. It's not. Nobody makes that. You may think that it goes through one ear, out the other. Not really. Your subconscious mind, it stays there for days on end, sometimes weeks. That thought just stays there and you don't control it because it's subconscious. You do not control it. And that frequency, that energy stays in you. This is why I say they're holding you back. You cannot allow that to stay in you for that long. That's actually what's holding you back the 50% of your potential. 50% of what you could do. It's because you are spending so much time with people that are not just not doing anything of you, so wasting time, but are actually damaging you, making you go below your baseline, making you go even worse. They're actually like damaging you. You know, like in those video games, you have 100 HP, right? And they are stabbing you in the back, and they are -1 HP, -1 HP every time you hang out with them. It compounds. Whereas if you're in an online community like Blackstone Capital, like Adonis School, like some higher level networks like Capital Club, all these places where people have the same goals. You go on calls with them every single day. You speak to them every single day. You go on the frequency of, okay, let's go make some money together. You go on calls with them every day. You talk to them every day. All of a sudden, you don't need your friends from high school anymore because you have people that want to achieve the same as you, and you're all on the same path together. Direct. It's direct. All of a sudden, you don't need to hang out with people that don't know what they want to do in life. That friend who wanted to launch a clothing brand but gave up after a week because he got no sales. Boo-hoo, pussy. Only in a week. What makes you different from all the other clothing brands? Nothing. So you don't deserve a sale, quite frankly. The reason why they're holding you back is because they are just not in your frequency. They're lowering your frequency. And you have nothing to balance it out with. It could be okay if you were, every single day you were speaking to people that were making tens of thousands of dollars a month. And then you spent like 1 hour of your day speaking to a loser. That could balance it out. But if you don't have that, if you don't have that network like I do, then you're cooked, right? So the least that you can do is stop speaking to losers and start listening. Start listening to people that are where you want to be. Now, watching YouTube videos from multimillionaires will not put you on their frequency. It will not, because you know that that video is made for an audience and it's not made directly for you. So that's why I suggest network, bro. Go on calls with these people. Do an interview with somebody. Make friends, make connections in these high places, bro. This will take you so fucking far. You cannot, if I told you, you would not believe me how many mistakes I have avoided by just having a network. All of a sudden, I have this idea, right? And I tell my friend who's making 50K a month at 19 years old about it. He's telling me, nah, man, I've tried that. Don't do that. That's bullshit. Do this instead. I do that, and it works. And I just saved myself 6 months of my life of direct failure in a business model that would never work. And I've made money with somebody else, something else. You see how valuable this is? And the thing about this, the most interesting thing about this is, I am truly telling you this information and this advice because I care about you and because it's honest. I don't have anything to sell you. I have nothing to sell you. I make my money elsewhere, so I have nothing to sell you. I am telling you what I find valuable. And I'm telling you what I know for a fact that will help you. So I hope that this video has helped you. I hope that you found value in this video. And yeah, man, you're some of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Don't spend your time with fucking losers. If your parents are losers, you can't really get rid of them right now. If you can't move, you're kind of stuck at that point. So, as I said, at least try to balance out the frequency via speaking to people that are where you want to be, and people that are on their path, on their trajectory to get to where you want to be. Get on their frequency. This is like the best advice I could have ever given. If you're going to watch only one video on my whole channel, this should be the one. Send this to a friend who needs it. And well, my gosh, I'll catch you on the next one.